All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Pokemon. I want to talk a little bit more about some of the stuff going on with Metazoo right now. We're going to start out with some positive. We're going to talk about the Kuromi's Cryptid Carnival TCG Player exclusive collector's box. So this has become a very controversial product, but I want to start out with the positive. So first and foremost, I've got one sitting right here. Beautiful product. I think from a presentation standpoint, the packaging, everything about this, I think might be the best designed product that Metazoo has came out with as far as display, presentation purposes. It looks great. It's for this set, everything about it is really good. This will look great sitting on your shelf. It'll look great sitting in your sealed collection display. It's a great looking product. So that's a big plus. I think them flipping the boxes to actually face the right direction was a great move, because if you guys remember the original pictures that we saw of this, the boxes were in the box sideways. But overall, actually really great looking product. It's got a magnetic seal. The cardboard is really thick. It's not like a cheap Walmart, Pokemon collector's set that they sell at Walmart with really cheap, thin cardboard that rips really easily. Really nice, really sturdy, really solid product overall. Now, the other positive is that we found out that everybody that pre-ordered this for $300, they were all refunded $150, so half of their purchase, when TCG Player decided to cut the price in half. So we didn't know that. Well, I didn't know that the last video that I made, so I want to make sure I include that in this video, that the people that paid $300 for this box, they were refunded $150 if they pre-ordered it, which I think was a good move, because realistically, they didn't have to do that. I feel like most people, even after they saw the price decrease, I think most people probably would have kept it. Most people had probably already opened it. Most people had already probably received it. So they really didn't have to refund everybody. So that was the good part. The bad part, obviously, being they totally destroyed the secondary market by doing this and screwed over every LGS and every person selling sealed Kuromi boxes that bought them from the distributor, because at $150 a box for 2 boxes, that's $75 a box. Most people that bought these paid about $70 a box directly from the distributor if they were a medium to small sized LGS. Maybe a larger one got a bigger discount if they had volume in the thousands or maybe hundreds of boxes, but pretty close to what people were paying directly from the distributor to sell this as an LGS. So they destroyed the secondary market. At the time that they did that, the average booster box was going for $95 to $100. So they undercut everybody on the market by about 20% per box just immediately. Now, the other positive is technically they shipped these on time and early. I haven't heard of anybody getting this late or not having it shipped that pre-ordered it. Everybody either got it early or right on time. And I actually bought these boxes, 4 of them, after they cut the price in half. So in the last few days. And I got all my boxes on a couple days ago. I've had them for days now. So they shipped them really fast. I had them like this. So that was another positive. They met their shipping deadline on this product, albeit it is a Halloween set. And we are now a month and a half, 2 months after Halloween. There is that. But they did say December 11th. That was the time frame that they gave us. So technically, it was on time for what they said it would be. So that's another positive. So the negative, like I mentioned, this really destroyed the secondary market. This product has completely tanked. Now the boxes are going for, in some cases, I've seen even lower than $75 a box on eBay. Some people are selling them for high 60s and around 70. For the most part, they're going for about close to 75 from most people. But totally tanked this product that hasn't even been out a full month, I don't think. The Kuromi's booster boxes have barely been out for a month, and it's already half of the MSRP within weeks of release, which is terrible and a terrible look for Metazoo. And again, I talked about this on the live stream. If you haven't seen it yet, I already opened one of these boxes and streamed it last night. Check that out if you haven't already. But this decision by TCG Player basically destroyed the market. And the only difference, there is one difference that is measurable so far, and that is the Hello Kitty face on the front of these booster boxes, whereas the regular Kuromi booster boxes has Kuromi, Hello Kitty, and My Melody on the front of the box in the bottom corner there. This one just has a big Hello Kitty face. So that's the only difference. There's no stamps on these cards. The pull rates did not seem to be better to me. I opened one regular box of Kuromi with this opening on that stream, And from both of them, so I can't really compare the pull rates, because from my collector's box, I did pull one Sanrio 6. So for 2 boxes, technically it was better than my pull rates before, because I'd opened 5 boxes. And every 5 boxes I'd opened before of the regular booster box, I only pulled one Sanrio 6, opened 2 of these, and immediately pulled a Sanrio 6. Could have been luck, because then the booster box that I opened right after that, that was just a regular booster box, I pulled another Sanrio 6. So it wasn't that great of an experiment. Maybe the pull rates are better, but they're probably about the same. The other thing that we've learned is there's no different secret rare to be found in this collection, because people have already pulled, I think 2 people now, have already pulled the Mothman and Kuromi card from this box set, so there's not a special secret rare in this set. The other thing that we learned, now that we have the physical product in hand, is this does not come with the pink booster box. A lot of people speculated that all these pictures that we've seen of the pink booster box, it would be included potentially in this if it exists, and we know now it's not. So again, we're back to this question of, does the pink booster box exist? And one of the reasons why I keep bringing this back up, the pink booster box thing, is it really that important? Maybe not. But the reason why I keep coming back to it is because that was part of the concept art. It wasn't even concept art. This was part of the pre-order art that they shared for this product. They told us there would be variations of the box. And there's still websites right now that are selling these purple boxes, the regular ones, that have images on their sale page right now of the pink box. So the reason why I keep coming back to it is because this is another product. The original booster boxes were late, by the way. They were late from the deadline that they promised, and they were also late the fact that these are a Halloween-themed set, and they came, weeks after Halloween, and they've got trick-or-treat cards, they've got mask cards, they've got all these different Halloween-themed cards in the set. Clearly a Halloween set. Technically, their actual promised date, I believe, was the 15th of November, which they were a couple weeks late on that, but it was still supposed to be a Halloween set. Anyway, the reason why the pink box is something I keep coming back to is because it really does feel like, and it's felt like this for a while, that pre-orders from Metazoo are like an interest-free loan. Everybody goes back to this. A lot of detractors of Metazoo say this. But the fact that this pink box doesn't seem to exist, I think, is a real strong example that that could be true. That they have no plans, they have no release date in mind, they haven't placed an order for the product, they're just coming up with concepts. And when we pre-order a product and they have pictures of a product that doesn't even exist, if this pink box really does not exist, and they're showing us pictures when we're buying pre-orders of an alternate pink box that nobody has seen, nobody has gotten, that feels like they're just throwing us pictures of whatever. This is what you might potentially get, but pay us now. We don't know when we're going to give it to you. We don't know when we're going to ship it. We don't know what it's going to look like or if this part of it is even going to happen. But we'll just show you this picture of what you might get, and you're just going to have to wait and find out whenever it shows up if you're going to get what was actually pictured. And you're just going to have to wait until we decide that we want to ship it out or that we're ready to, get this out to you guys. So that's kind of what it feels like. The fact that there were all these pictures of the pink box, and it was like that was the picture when people were pre-ordering, and it doesn't seem to exist. And again, it really kind of feels like they're just throwing whatever at us. You might get this, but you might not. You might get something entirely different. You might not get what we said you're going to get at all, and you might not get it within the time frame that we said you're going to get it at all. And I think that is an important thing to keep going back to, because I don't think the pink box is ever going to come out. So first I saw the theory that it was going to be in these collector's boxes, because that would make sense. If there's 2 variations of the color of this box in the collector set, you would think you'd want one of each color. So I thought that was a decent theory. That didn't happen. Now I see a lot of people say, well, they talked about this Hot Topic and Claire's collaboration. No mention of Metazoo anywhere on the Hot Topic or Claire's website. No mention of this set anywhere on the Hot Topic or Claire's website. If you look at the picture of the pink box, it's literally got pumpkins on the box. This was a Halloween set. So if they haven't come out with it now, and the product is already tanked, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This set is tanking immediately after release. So if they haven't come out with the pink box now, what's the benefit in them coming out with a big box version of a Halloween set from the prior year later down the line that literally has pumpkins on the box at Claire's or Hot Topic for an audience that's shopping in a physical store that probably has no idea what Metazoo is. Instead of putting maybe a blister pack in those big box stores, why would they put a pink Halloween-themed pumpkin box next year or months after the release of this Halloween set in a physical store and think somebody that probably has no idea what Metazoo is but might know about kuromi, might know about Hello Kitty, is going to spend $140 because they're going to make these stores sell at MSRP for a box that's already tanked on the secondary market, for a box you can already get for $75, probably lower by then, and for a box that's a Halloween set, if they release this in January or February at Claire's or Hot Topic, why wait? It doesn't even make sense. The longer they wait, the more value this box is going to drop. So none of that release schedule even makes sense. Maybe they release it online at Claire's or Hot Topic, but they're going to have to hold up MSRP for a while because they're a big box store, and they've, I'm sure, entered some kind of agreement with Metazoo to hold up that MSRP of $140. No one is going to buy it for that price when you can get it for half that price right now and potentially less than half by the end of the year. And the reason I say that is because if you look at the TCG Player website or the eBay page for this TCG Player box, the TCG Player eBay, since they cut the price in half, the cheapest box on the market, this is the best deal for kuromi right now. When they were selling pre-orders for this product, they had an inventory of 7,000 listed. I believe that is the amount of these that they have, the amount of these they're still trying to sell, and the amount of these they have just sitting in a warehouse that they're trying to get rid of, which is made clear by the fact that they cut the price in half. The fact that they cut the price in half, to me, suggests they're cutting their losses on this before the end of the year, and they're just going to take this as a loss. They ordered way too much. They expected the demand to be way higher, and that was clearly not the case. So they cut the price in half, which is a huge move, pisses everybody off that's selling these boxes, and it was a big slap in the face, I think, to a lot of people. But I think the reason they did that is they're saying, okay, this was a flop. We ordered 7,000. We only sold about 500 pre-orders. Maybe mid 500s, maybe 540 or 550. But at the time of recording this video, after this sale has been live for what, about a week now, they've only sold 733 total of these collection boxes. So they only moved the needle by 200, which I guess in terms of volume for a Metazoo set to move 400 booster boxes, because 200 of these would be 400 booster boxes, it's a decent amount of volume. But if they still have more than 6,000 of these sitting in a warehouse and cutting the price in half, barely even move the needle on getting rid of these things, what's to stop them from just saying, okay, we'll cut it down to 100. We'll cut it down to $75. We'll make this $50 a booster box. What's to stop them from doing that if they're clearly already willing to basically take a loss on this product? Because this was a big move, cutting it in half, and they barely moved the needle. And I think the reason they cut it in half was they got thousands of these sitting around, and they want to get rid of them. And like I said, right now, they haven't even moved 1,000 boxes. Even if they cut the price down to 100 for this, the interest is gone. Halloween is over. Even if they cut this down to 100, they might only sell 1,000 more of these. Cutting it down to 150 only sold them 200 of these. And I think they're going to try to get rid of these by the end of the year. I think you could see this go for $100 or less before this year is over. I think they'll do another sale around Christmas time, maybe the week before, maybe the week after. I don't think they're going to stop at $150. I think it goes down again because they recognize we were wrong. This was a flop. This was a Halloween set, didn't sell well. We way overestimated the anticipation for this, and now we're getting rid of it. That's why they cut the price in half. That's a major move. And the other reason this is important for the future of this set is this set is not going to go back up in value in the near future at all, because if they have 7,000 of these, that's 14,000 booster boxes. And while we don't know what the print run for this set really actually is, that's got to be a significant portion of the print run for these boxes. If past sets have been 25,000, past sets have been 50,000 boxes, if TCG Player is sitting on 14,000 booster boxes that they can't move, and they keep cutting the price and undercutting everybody on the secondary market, it's going to destroy this box. And I have no reason to believe that they would not cut it again. I think we see it go down to $99.99 before the end of the year. Mark it down. You heard it here first. When they do it, remember, I told you they're going to do it, and I think they will. And I know this sounds like an overwhelmingly negative video, and I know a lot of my recent videos have. And I've said before, the reason why I stopped making so many videos is because every story with Metazoo lately has been a completely negative story. I didn't want to make videos because I didn't want to be the Metazoo guy that's making a Metazoo is dead video every single week. This is why Metazoo sucks every single week. I hate this about Metazoo every single week. I didn't want to be that guy, but there was nothing positive to say, so I just stopped making videos for a while. Then eventually the stories got so big, the negative ones, I was like, I got to talk about this. The artists leaving, the market for these boxes getting destroyed. Legacy. Can we talk about Legacy? It's promised to be shipped in December. It was originally supposed to be September. They pushed it back to December. We've had no updates, no indication that we're going to get this on time. Legacy's supposed to be like this big hallmark set for Metazoo, celebrating all the former sets. I don't think we're going to get this on time. Just everything that Metazoo releases lately, there's some kind of controversy, some kind of drama, some kind of delay, something that just sucks and makes you not want to buy from them anymore. They need to fix this shit. Every release, there's some major issue that they can't seem to get right. A partnership like this with TCG players, someone they clearly can't trust to hold up the MSRP or not screw over the entire market, even though this is not directly Metazoo's fault, they chose to partner with a company like this, and it screwed up their entire release. This release is screwed for them. I hope that in 2024, Metazoo really turns things around. I want to show you guys a couple eBay listings that I had end today. So eBay, link in the description box below. There's still stuff active if you're interested. But I thought these were significant. So there was a lot that ended really low. There was a lot of cards that ended less than the price of the cheapest option to even grade them at PSA. PSA 10s that ended for $10 or $15. Some good examples. I had a second edition Mothman PSA 10, ended for $20. Not even half the price. Okay, if you take secret rares aside, not even half the price of a second edition booster box. The biggest hit that you could get out of a box, the Mothman, the most popular character in Metazoo. A PSA 10 barely even worth the cost of grading that card. What's the point of buying a box? I had a Bigfoot, and for $12.50, a Wilderness Bigfoot. If you take aside the secret rares from Wilderness and the Aura card, the Prism Aura, Bigfoot was one of the biggest hits in the set when it came out. It's the cover art character. It's the holo that you want, the regular holo that you want when you open one of these boxes. Not even barely a quarter of the price of a booster box for a PSA 10 of one of the most desirable cover art cards of that set. These are strong indicators of the health of Metazoo. I had a first edition Walking Sam from Cryptid Nation first edition, PSA 10, sell for $10, $5 less than the cheapest cost of grading that card. That card is worth negative. It's not even worth sending to PSA. It's costing you money to grade it that you're not even going to get back. These are indicators of the health of Metazoo. So people are seeing what's happening here. They're seeing Metazoo's track record. They're seeing all these negative things pile up, all these pre-order fuck-ups, basically. And people are stopping buying these cards. A lot of people are selling. They're flooding the secondary market. That's part of the reason for these really low prices on PSA 10s. Not a lot of people are buying because they've lost confidence in Metazoo. This ship has got to turn around. And while I enjoy opening it, I'll continue to open it. I'll continue to buy it, probably like a dumbass. There's got to be some major catalyst for change because this thing is a sinking ship right now. And no matter what you want to say, how big a fan of Metazoo you are, you look at all these indicators, you can't deny that this thing is the Titanic right now. It was really big, it was really strong at one point, but it's halfway under the sea right now. It's going down. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. And I got my Metazoo polo on for this one. Nick Strength and Pokemon, signing out.